More than 300,000 drivers crash their cars every year because they're just too tired to drive.
That's what AAA found after researching the topic, and they have the dash cam video to prove it. Tony has more in today's Behind the Wheel.
Even though this driver is wearing sunglasses, you can tell by the position of his head that while he's driving, he's sleeping and crossing over into the oncoming lane. This driver's going about 45 miles an hour in a deep sleep as he rolls through the intersection and onto the center median.
We'll be adding new medical experts.
And look at this guy about to hit the car in front of him. He's not drunk, he's not distracted, he's asleep.
Drowsy driving really isn't top of mind, but our research shows that it plays a role in about 10% of crashes.
That's just one of the findings from recent research by the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety.
You're just exhausted, huh?
Drowsy driving and drunk driving are very similar, and most people don't realize that.
So how much sleep is enough sleep?
7 hours seems to be the magic number, and that's the amount of sleep recommended by the CDC. Judgment, reaction time, all those things are impacted when you don't get enough sleep.
Rolling down the windows and turning up the radio aren't real solutions. You really need to go with your best instincts. Pull over and rest.
And if you miss 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night, you can quadruple your risk of being in a crash, and that is very similar to drunk driving.
Of course, just knowing the right thing to do isn't enough. You have to actually do the right thing. Maybe one more look at this guy will help convince you. I'm Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.
I'm really glad you did this because
I
I
am too.
think people don't think about, we think to call an Uber or a Lyft or get a ride somewhere
Exactly.
when we've been drinking, but certainly not when we're tired.
Yeah, that's a great point. And the other takeaway for me is that you may be the best driver on the road, but you really don't know who you're sharing the road with. So you always have to be hyper vigilant about what's happening around you.
It's a great point.
Because you could be next to somebody who's too tired to drive.
And the thing you need to remember, too, is you can fall asleep like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even if you think you're doing something to keep you awake,
Not a
you
lot
can be
of
out
warning.
before you know it.
Yeah, and you, on a long drive, you think, oh, 5 more miles.
Right.
Oh, man, that's when you're in the danger zone.
Yep.
Pull over, give yourself a 10-minute nap, then back on the road.
Important reminder for us, Tony. Thank you.